We are merely a few days away from WWE Survivor Series 2020. Unlike last year, there is no NXT involvement this time, and it will be a contest between Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown for brand supremacy. As of the making of this video, a total of 4 champion versus champion matches and 2 traditional 5-on-5 WWE Survivor Series elimination matches have been announced, with superstars from Raw taking on those from SmackDown. The pay-per-view will also feature the final farewell of The Undertaker, who will be completing 30 years with the company this Sunday. We have seen WWE take many bold decisions this year, and the same might continue this Sunday as well. With that, let's take a look at 5 bold predictions for WWE Survivor Series 2020. Be sure to comment down and let us know which brand are you supporting. Welcome back to Wrestling Flash. If you are new, be sure to like and subscribe for more wrestling content. Without wasting any time, let's get into today's video. For nearly the last 2 months, one constant on Monday Night Raw has been WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Nia Jax putting Lana through the announcer's table every week. WWE's reported reason behind this is to cement Lana as a top babyface on the roster, but they can't keep doing it every week without any payoff or revenge. Interestingly, Lana and Nia Jax will be on the same team for Raw at WWE Survivor Series in the traditional 5-on-5 women's elimination match. Considering their recent issues, it's likely that one of them might end up getting the other one eliminated. A rather bold step would be to let Lana get some revenge and put Nia Jax through a table somehow at WWE Survivor Series this Sunday. Of course, it's too much to expect from Lana to pick Jax and hit a Samoan drop, but she can still put her through a table through a diving move in some way. Nonetheless, if WWE has plans to push Lana as a babyface, it is high time she gets to have the upper hand on one occasion. Team SmackDown of Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, and King Corbin for WWE Survivor Series 2020 so far looks weaker as compared to that of Team Raw, consisting of AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Keith Lee, and Riddle. But there is still one more spot left to be filled for SmackDown, and as per reports, the 5th member for the Blue brand will be Big E. As strong as Team Raw is, the weeks before WWE Survivor Series 2020 have seen the team on the verge of self-destruction, as there seems to be no unity among the members. This might very well play a huge role this Sunday at WWE Survivor Series 2020. Matches like these are great ways to build stars, and WWE could do the same this year with Big E. The match could initially start by Team Raw dominating and eliminating multiple members of Team SmackDown, so that Big E can remain as the only member for SmackDown up against at least 3 members of Team Raw. Combined with some internal friction among Raw members, Big E could then turn things around and emerge as the sole survivor at WWE Survivor Series 2020. WWE Survivor Series 2020 will feature the incredible occasion of The Undertaker completing his 30 years with the company and have his final farewell. It was at WrestleMania 36, where the Phenom last wrestled in a boneyard match against AJ Styles and defeated him. Later, WWE aired a docuseries on him, Undertaker, the last tried, at the end of which he announced his intentions of retirement. Yet, there is a large portion of fans who still don't believe that The Undertaker will call it a day at WWE Survivor Series 2020. There have been speculations of The Fiend Bray Wyatt interrupting him and setting up a clash between the two down the line. Of course, The Undertaker himself hasn't backed out from talking about a potential showdown with The Fiend, but with The Undertaker finally breaking kayfabe after all these years, this seems like the perfect opportunity to end his career. That too on the same day when he debuted for WWE in 1990. The third bold prediction for WWE Survivor Series 2020 is that The Undertaker actually retires and no one interrupts or attacks him at the pay-per-view. WWE Survivor Series 2020 will see Raw Women's Champion Asuka go one-on-one with the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. The two have already feuded earlier this year when Sasha Banks also won the Raw Women's title from Asuka for a few weeks ahead of SummerSlam 2020. But the dynamics are very different this time. Irrespective of the result of this match at WWE Survivor Series 2020, one main concern for WWE would be to start building a credible challenger for Asuka on Raw. The Red Brand's women's division has taken a massive hit with the absence of top stars like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler in the tag team picture and others not having any proper momentum. Asuka is left with no proper challenger. Well, that could change at WWE Survivor Series if Alexa Bliss ends up attacking Asuka backstage. With her entire pairing and angle with Bray Wyatt, it won't be wrong to say that Bliss probably has more momentum than Asuka. While Bray Wyatt has teased his intentions to go after the WWE title again, Alexa Bliss could do the same and go after the Raw Women's title, starting this Sunday at WWE Survivor Series 2020. Interestingly, this could lead to Alexa Bliss debuting a new look, possibly under a mask, like The Fiend. The biggest match of Survivor Series 2020 and the likely main event of the night will feature WWE Champion Drew McIntyre go one-on-one against the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Both McIntyre and Reigns are two of the biggest superstars on the current roster, and fans are surely eager to witness the epic clash between them at WWE Survivor Series this Sunday. While the two will undoubtedly have a great match, WWE will have to be careful in booking the finish. Neither of the two can afford to take a clean loss or look like the weaker world champion, as it would diminish their credibility. A better way to book the ending would be to have Mr. Money in the Bank The Miz interfere and cost Drew McIntyre his match at WWE Survivor Series 2020. The Miz could even go as far as to attempt to cash in only for McIntyre to take him out and stand tall at the end of the night. The constant threat of a Money in the Bank cash-in over the head of the WWE champion is what makes the entire concept interesting.